Look, if you've been in crypto long enough, you know the biggest moves don't start when everyone's bullish. They start when the big players pretend they're not interested. BlackRock once called Bitcoin an index of money laundering with no demand. Today, they're sitting on over 740,000 Bitcoin and running one of the world's largest Bitcoin ETFs. Now, they're saying they have zero interest in an XRP ETF while sending speakers to Ripple swell events. You see the pattern here, right? I'm about to walk you through why the world never matches their wallet. How Ripple just quietly reloaded its war chest with Wall Street capital, and why XRP charts are lining up for a breakout that could flip the entire market. By the time you finish this, you're going to see exactly where this is going and why the smartest money, it moves first. Folks, welcome back to the Bullwinkle Blueprint, the only YouTube channel you need to get all your Ripple and XRP news. If you're new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let's run the channel up to over 50K by the end of the year. Why not? Let's hit that thumbs up. It is the ultimate free way to support the channel. But if you're looking to go ad-free, become a channel member, well, hit that join button. Without further ado, let's jump into a Bitcoin. Looking good, looking good. Key number for Bitcoin right now, two key levels actually, 119,000, 123,000. When 123 breaks, off to the races she goes. Currently coming in at $117,231. ETH coming in at 42.04, and XRP's down a tad bit. That's okay, $3.31. We're going to get into those charts in just a little bit to show you the battle that we have in front of us. Total cryptocurrency market cap needs to bust through 4 trillion. That would be a very key psychological barrier, and it needs to get taken down. Let's talk about BlackRock. Let's jump right into this, folks. Listen to this 35-second clip, and then we're going to speak about what they are doing.
Is it time yet for BlackRock to either trade in digital assets or digital virtual currencies, if you prefer, or to create a product for your clients?
We're not hearing any demand from any of our clients other than maybe some speculative stuff. We're being asked that question, but it's more of like a venture capital type of interchange. But we're not hearing clients saying we want to use this as an asset class. No.
It's not an institutional thing yet.
It's far from that. As I said, it's much more of a speculative platform for Asia, and it's heavily...
So here's a rule that never fails in the markets. When the biggest institutions say, we're not interested, it usually means they're loading up behind the scenes. BlackRock used to mock Bitcoin. Larry Fink said it was an index of money laundering and claimed that there was no demand. Well, fast forward to present day and present time, they're holding over 740,601 Bitcoin, and they are running one of the largest Bitcoin ETFs on the planet. That's not a position, folks. That's a freaking statement. And now they're using the same playbook on XRP. They're publicly saying, we have no interest in an XRP ETF, but still sending their people, that's what happens when you combine speak and people into one, you get speakle. They're sending their people to speak at Ripple's flagship Swell conference. Think about it. If you truly didn't care about an asset, why would you spend your time and resources showing up to its biggest event of the year? The answer is simple. You wouldn't. BlackRock doesn't make casual moves. What they do is they position, they accumulate, and by the time the press releases hit, guess what? It's already too late for retail to get in cheap. And while BlackRock plays the we're not interested game, well, Ripple just got that kind of firepower that changes the competitive landscape overnight. A lot of you probably saw this tweet from John Deaton talking about how the SEC ordered waiving bad actors disqualification of Ripple. A lot of you probably don't understand what this actually means. Most of you saw the headline, you just kept scrolling. But if you really took the time to understand it, you would know that this is the kind of shift that fuels a $1 billion run. Ripple just regained access to Wall Street private capital. That's like refueling a rocket mid-flight. This isn't hype. This is execution fuel. It now means that Ripple can, 1, close more high-value deals, 2, hire elite talent without waiting for budget cycles, 3, push products to market faster, 4, expand into new regions without the drag of public registration delays. So if you're bullish on Ripple scaling cross-border payments and launching a USD-backed stablecoin, this is exactly the tailwind that you want. But here's the sneaky part. The market almost never prices this in immediately. It's one of those structural advantages that builds in the background until suddenly it explodes into the spotlight. Wall Street capital plus Ripple payment infrastructure, it equals a fuse that now is lit heading into the finale of this bull run. And if, you know what, if that wasn't enough to get you leaning forward, XRP's chart right now, it's coiling like a spring. And both the USD and Bitcoin pairs, they are sitting on breakout levels that could fire together, and they could fire at any moment. The first chart I want to bring to your attention is the XRP to US dollar chart. You don't often see both the USD chart and the XRP to BTC chart lining up for a simultaneously breakout. But that's exactly where we are right now. We look at the XRP to USD, we can see that $3.34 is just under the critical resistance, which is sitting and ranging from $3.35 to $3.42. We just ripped up from 310 with a clean breakout. The EMA's curling up. This is pure pressure buildup. If we break through 342 with volume, well, the next stop and that final key level we need to get through is sitting at 358 to 366. That's where the short starts sweating. Clear that and you're in open skies. But if we reject it and we slip under 330, then we got to hold support at 310 and 296, which is going to be quick. Now we flip over to the XRP to Bitcoin chart. You can see the red area is your resistance area where we are sitting on. So XRP to US dollar, XRP to Bitcoin chart, both of these charts are sitting on key resistance zones. You often don't see this. What happens here? What does history tell us? History says that when XRP outperforms Bitcoin, that it's the spark for those monster USD rallies. Your next key zone on this chart is sitting at the 3051 Satoshi level up to the 307 Satoshi level. You clear that, you break it, we are in sync with the USD chart, well, I think you can predict what happens next, folks. And this isn't a maybe. This is a one candle kind of decides everything kind of setup here. And both charts, they're freaking primed at the exact same time. So not only do we get BlackRock, we're not interested routine, the same playbook they used before quietly before the biggest Bitcoin whales in the world, became the biggest Bitcoin whales in the world. Ripple got fresh Wall Street fuel to scale like never before. And XRP's chart, it's sitting on a powder keg in both USD and BTC terms that could blow wide open any moment. The last time we saw this combination of institutional games, hidden capital inflows, and perfect technical setups, the moves were historic. And this time, the stakes and the upside, they are even bigger. The real question is, are you going to be chasing green candles later, folks? Or are you already going to be sitting in profits when the rest of the markets wake up? I know what side of this I'm on. I'm going to be sitting in profits. I'm going to be enjoying the show. I'm going to have my popcorn and my large soda with my feet kicked up in my recliner chair, watching this thing work magic, watching the fireworks pop off. We all know how this story is about to end. We all know that 2025 is one of the most bullish years ever for crypto with regulations and all these ETFs. I hope you're ready. I hope you stay focused, and I hope you are paying attention. I'm going to leave it like there. Hopefully you enjoy your Saturday. Hit that thumbs up on your way out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you didn't watch the first YouTube video of the day, go give it a watch. Leave me your comments down below, and I'll catch all y'all on the next one.